This is the swimming pool at 357 Kenya Road in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm going to give you a quick overview and tutorial of a few of the features and how to use some of the items affiliated with the pool. Let me go first to the Autofill System. This little device that's situated under the water slide is an autofill device that keeps the pool water level exactly as you see it right now, just about an inch up onto the tile. That autofill system, it's a very simple device. As you can see, there is a section of garden hose hooked up here to the wall. That spigot should be cracked just a fraction of a turn. So here it's in the off position, and to turn that on appropriately, you just turn it that amount there. If you open it up any more than that, you will create too much pressure in the hose. The hose may burst, and we have had water and flooding go into our neighbor's yard here, which doesn't make him happy. So please, if you have to move the hose and adjust it, only turn that nozzle a quarter fraction of a turn open to get it back to where it needs to be. This is the pool cleaner, or what we call the pool shark, and this works on a suction feed. When the pump is running and the suction is diverted to this port, then this little guy crawls around the bottom of the pool and keeps it nice and clean. I'm going to walk you over and show you how to do that. And then we do have a very nice hot tub here that I'll also show you how to operate and get into working position. This is our main control panels. You are able to and welcome to access both of these control panels. Please don't turn on and off switches that don't need to be adjusted. Now, in the first one, this is the timer for the pump, and I can't impress enough that this item up here is not to be touched by anyone. Do not reset or adjust the time, and do not loosen and reset the set screws for the auto timer. To turn on the pump and to turn on the pool system, including the heater, I'm going to flip the lever and turn the pump on. What's happened is the pump here starts running and circulating water through the pool. You'll see some movement there in the water as the jets are just starting to kick in. The direction that these valves are set currently is the best all-around set for this pool system. And I'll show you very quickly here how to maneuver this so that it will work to your advantage. I'm going to turn the pump off so you can hear me just a little bit better. Okay. So, very important item here. The lever on the far right determines where the suction coming from the pump and then running through the heater comes from. And there's only two options. The water is either going to come and be sucked out of the spa or the hot tub, or it's going to be sucked out of the pool. And this is the pool side. This top hose here, as it's labeled, is for the vacuum, which is the pool shark. And then the other one here is the skimmer. That is the side suction port with a little strainer basket that you've seen on most pools. And the cover for that is located right there. You can see that just right at the edge of the shaft. So in this setting right here, there is no water being suctioned out of the spa. All of the water is being circulated and pulled from the pool, and it's coming equally from the pool shark and the skimmer, which is a good setting to have. This setting right here determines whether or not, when the water is returning to the pool, if it goes to the pool jets or if it goes to the water slide. We've had too many problems with the water slide not functioning properly or spraying water or excessive water and causing water damage, that we've taken the valve handle off and set it in just the pool return mode here and have cut off the water slide. If you're wet and your swimming suit's wet, you'll have no trouble at all sliding down that pool slide. The far left handle is an important one, and this directs where the water is going to be coming out. So when I have the handle here in the middle, the water comes equally to the pool return. and to the spa return. If I want full force of water going to nothing but the hot tub, then I'm going to turn the lever towards where I want the water to go. And you'll notice here on this bottom section it reads off. So I want the off to be towards the item that I don't want on, and I want the lever handle to point where I do want the water to go. So turning it like thus, I am going to have water coming out of only the hot tub. So as I have it set up right now, there's no water being suctioned from the hot tub. The water is being suctioned equally from both options on the pool, and the full water return is going to come out of the hot tub. I'm going to turn that on, and you'll see what that does is it makes these jets kick here in the hot tub, as you'll see, and it's going to cascade the water over the little lip here and create this nice little waterfall effect. So what we've got then is water being suctioned out of the pool shark and out of the main filters at the bottom of the pool there, suction points. That water is coming back through to the pump, it's routing through to the heater, and then the water is being delivered only to the hot tub. And as you can see, it has a nice strong jet. That's what you'll want when you're heating the water up. Let me get to the heater real quick. The heater system here is a very simple device, and it's set for spa and pool. When I have all of the water returning to the spa, I'm going to flip that switch and set it to spa. Now this is an older heater. It does work well, but the left knob on this side is broken. I've got it sitting in there just for demonstration purposes, but I'm going to remove that as it's not attached, it's not working. There's no way to adjust the heat on the spa. That's the bad news. The good news is if you like a hot spa, this one is broken and set on max. So it is extremely hot, and you can adjust and deal with the temperature by adjusting where the water is being suctioned from. You can pull some of the cooler water out of the pool to tone down a really hot spa. So I'm going to switch this over to spa, and this system has an auto thermostat. It senses the temperature of the water that's piping through here, and if you sit here for about 60 seconds or less, you'll hear the flame kick down here, and you'll know that it's running properly when you're able to put your hand up here and you can feel the heat discharging out of the top vent. And that takes just a minute. Okay, I just heard it kick, and I just heard the flames ignite. And if I put my hand over here, now I can feel the heat coming out of there. So the water is now being heated in this unit, and it's being sent back to the spa, and hot water is now going to be coming out of the spa. One common question and concern is getting that spa nice and hot when it's pulling water out of this relatively cool pool. The answer is to circulate the water in the spa and to have that run around and around through the heater, and that'll superheat it and very quickly. It's very much like the recirculate button on your car's air conditioning or heater system. It keeps inside air continually either cooling or heating rather than bringing in outside air. So what you're going to do is, with it in this mode, you're going to reach down, you're going to move the spa lever, and you're going to turn this lever, and I am going to have it suction out of the spa. Now you want to be very careful to do what I'm doing now. It's suctioning completely out of the spa, and it's returning only to the spa. So now there is no water exchange at all happening in the main pool. All of the water exchange is happening in the spa. This is fine, but there is a problem when one of those handles is maybe not cracked all the way to the completely closed or open position. What it can do is it can drain or evacuate the spa, suctioning out that water, and it can do it very quickly. So you always want to be very careful that as you're exchanging the water, and you're turning this around, you always want to make sure there's just a little bit of water spilling over the edge of that spa. That lets you know that there's slightly more water going into the spa than being taken out of it. If you don't see any water at all spilling over that ledge, and you want to check back on it for at least the first 5 minutes when you change those handles to turn on the spa, and you can see the water slowing down now, so I'm going to have to open it up a little bit. I want to make sure there is some water movement over that ledge. The danger is if that water slowly drops and you eventually evacuate or suction all of the water out of the spa, you will run the pump dry and you will break a very expensive component of the pool system, the water pump. Please always check that water level. Make sure there's water spilling over the edge before you leave this for an extended period of time. And you need to make sure that you check it for at least 5 to 10 minutes, not just 60 seconds like I'm doing now and walk away. Please make sure you check back within 5 minutes before you leave and go out and have dinner or have a fun night on the town. Make sure it's spilling over the edge. So the way I would make sure it's spilling over the edge is I would crack this handle here just a quarter. And as I turn it a quarter, it's mostly suctioning from the spa, which is going to heat it quickly, but it's also pulling in a little bit of the water from the pool, which is going to give it a positive volume of water, and it's going to now start cascading that over the edge, as you can see. That's the way to heat the spa quickly and to have it not drain on you. Once it's hot, you can do a number of things. You can tone the temperature down in the spa simply by turning it halfway. That brings in more cool water from the outside. If the spa is terribly hot and it's been heated too much, then you can just stop suctioning water from the spa, and now you can bring in cool water from the pool. But I should warn you, when you've spent the time to heat the spa and you bring in cool pool water, it's going to cool down very, very quickly. So another option is to leave it in this position here, still circulating, and you can simply just turn off the spa. So now it's not heating, but you've got that nice hot water that you built up, and it's just simply recirculating. If you would like to simply heat the pool in general instead of the spa, you go ahead and cut off suction of the spa, leave this handle halfway here, and full return to the spa. You could do that, or I like to put that between the two so it's returning water evenly to the spa and the pool. Important thing, once again, very important, is you cut off the suction from the spa so that the spa water level does not drop. I now go over here, I turn on the pool heater. The heater is going to kick on in a second, and this knob is not broken. It is working, but I'd like you to notice that it's pointing at about 2 o'clock, 2:30, about 2 o'clock on the dial, and that is really the optimum temperature level so that we're not superheating a swimming pool in the middle of winter, but having a nice comfortable degree that everybody can enjoy. That's a good setting. And once again, the thermostat will pick up on that temperature setting. It'll kick, the flame will turn on when it needs to, and you can just set it and leave it. So as I've got it here, you can see these settings for heating the pool. And as I come over here, there's not a lot of jet action in here, but there is water delivery to the spa, and you can see that is happening because the water is spilling over the edge of the spa into the pool. And right now the sand shark is moving around doing his thing, and the jets are spitting out water here, here, and slowly heating that pool. To turn off the pump and all of the features, you hit that right there, and when the pump is set to go off during its regular times, which is between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., it will sometimes not enable you to move that lever when it's right at the time for turning it off or turning it on, and you just need to be patient with it and let it move past about 5 minutes, and then you can hit that lever. But that rarely happens, but that may be an option. Looking in the main control panel here, there are a couple of features. These do not touch these whatsoever. These are timers for the the filter pump, which has been overridden by this device here. So this does not need to be messed with. Don't hit these service switches. These two switches here operate the pool lights. The one on the left is for the spa, and you just press that and that'll turn the spa light on, and you press this one and that'll turn the pool light on. Another fun item here is if you grab this little item here, you can turn on the blower, which will add a lot of nice bubbles to the hot tub. So I'm going to switch that, and you can see immediately the air is delivered out of those same jets. So when you have the water circulating, you've got this in spa mode, and you have the air going, it's really a fun hot tub. To turn those off, I just grab that bar, and what that does is it enables you to turn off both switches from both breakers. The other switches, you don't need to bother or touch those. Everything else can remain as it is. When you finish using anything in here, please, as a courtesy, just latch that back so that that's secure. And the same thing here with the pump. I have some guests coming in a little later today, so I'm going to leave the pump on. I'm going to leave that circulating, and I've got it in my optimal position, and I'm going to leave the pool heater on so that if it needs to heat up a little bit for our guests, it'll kick on and make that just a nice pleasant temperature when they arrive. If you have any questions, please feel free to call the management. Better first to ask than to break something and be faced with a very expensive repair bill. Please enjoy our pool and have a great time here in beautiful Las Vegas.